All right, this exercise is a 90-90 hip lift. And as explained before, the purpose of this exercise is to really position our pelvis and our spine along with our rib cage in the best possible position so they work in harmony together, and really compressing areas that are not normally compressed and expanding areas that are not normally expanded. So what you're going to do, you're going to get up with your feet. You can either put them on an ottoman or put them up on a couch or a chair. Your feet are about 4 inches apart. You're going to put a ball, roll of toilet paper, stuffed animal, whatever you have in between your knees, something that you can compress. All right, and then if you have a left lumbar scoliosis, or possibly right, but particular left lumbar curvature, I want you to find your pelvis, okay, your hip bone on the outside, and I want you to go up maybe about 2 or 3 finger breaths. For somebody that really knows their anatomy, you can find where the apex of your curvature is, and you can put 2 pads right on that apex, so you can roll off to the side. I'm going to use 1 and maybe 2 just to provide a little bit of a block for that curvature on that left-hand side. So then what I'd like you to try is you're going to reach your right arm up in the air, and we're going to go off of timing of breathing when we do this exercise. You're going to breathe in for 4 seconds. You're going to pause for 2. You're going to breathe out, pursing your lips to get a little bit of negative pressure in the system, breathing out for 6 seconds. Then you pause for 2. 4 seconds in, pause for 2. 6 seconds out, pause for 2. All right. When we do this, we want to also activate our legs at the same time when we're trying to use our breath. So I want you to try to dig your heels down into the chair, and that's going to lift up your pelvis a little bit. I don't want you to arch the back when you try to pull down, as it's just going to cause you back pain and stress muscles that we don't want to stress. So pull your heels down, step 1. Step 2, push your knees into the ball. Step 3, lift your knees 1 inch off of the air, but to do that, I want you to pull your heels down further into the chair. You'll feel the muscles in the back of your leg. In particular, I want you to bias the left side a little bit more than the right. Maybe 75% on the left, 25% on the right, pulling the heels down. As you do this, staying lifted up at the tush, I want you to pull that left side down a little bit, pushing through that left heel, and you might notice your left knee go down a little bit lower than the right knee. As you do this, you can push your left knee inward. All right, and this is going to really help that pelvis get in a really nice solid position to work with our left ab wall to get that left rib cage down, contract those abs, and as we breathe in, we can really expand air to that right side. So again, heels down, step 1. Step 2, knees in. Step 3, knees up 1 inch. Don't let your low back leave the ground. Okay? Once you have those 3 steps, put a little bit more pressure through that left heel, pull down through that left hip, and don't drop that ball. Keep that ball in. Now, keep that steady like a glacier. Now you're going to reach your right arm up in the air. Inhale, 4 seconds. Pause 2. Exhale 6, pursing your lips. As you do that, I want you to hold this lower body position. Try to pull your left rib cage down, in, and back, reaching your arm up. Out for 6. Relaxing the neck. Your legs are still activating. Left hip is pulling down, left heel, not dropping the ball. Pulling that left rib cage down, in and back toward those pads if you did place them behind your back. Okay, holding that position, learning how to live it, love it, just being in there. Okay, you should feel when you get into this position after you exhale, you shouldn't feel too much of a rib hump that you can grab the bottom of your ribs. If you breathe out far enough, you'll get a nice deep contraction of the muscles in your obliques, your transverse abdominis, to really hold down and lock down that rib. Okay, you can even lift your left hip up a little bit to try and get a little bit more activation out of those obliques. Okay, and as you breathe out all the way, you're going to hold that position, pausing for 2. Okay, keep that left rib pulled in, and inhale for 4. And as you do this and you inhale, if those ribs are able to stay down and you're able to keep them down, And as you inhale, you'll feel much more expansion on that right rib cage and that right lower back. And this is really where the money happens, the magic happens, where you can lock down that left rib and you can breathe in and out and in and out and really try to open up areas that really aren't, that are normally compressed, and really try and get some expansion there, okay? And I think after you do that, I'd like you to try to do that, holding that position and refining it every breath in and out. But your whole goal is to try to keep that left rib cage locked in, holding your legs as if they are, and really trying to pump air, expanding, and then keeping that left rib locked down and holding that expansion as you breathe out. Okay, the legs are still contracting, pushing through the ball, pulling through the heels. All right, as you do this. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. You can go to our website, spinestrongpt.com, or you can find me at ScolioStrongPT on Instagram. Thank you very much.